What's up guys, Kiwi Bro here, back at you with another video. Now today we're looking at Fallout 76. Now I know a lot of people love the Fallout series, and it has been one of the best series, one of the best open world games to come to console or PC in a very long time. Now if you didn't know, this game is made by Bethesda. They also made the Skyrim and you know, all of the succession of games with those ones. But first off, this is just, the video is going to be a review. But first off, if you could press the sub button down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. And if you could also press a like on this video. Let's get to 20 likes and I will make another Fallout 76 video on the most epic topic possible. So basically we're going to run down the fundamentals of the game. It is basically very similar to Fallout 4 and other titles. You have your weapons, you have your Pip-Boy as you can see on screen here. This is exactly the same as Fallout 4. And that is about it. That is the same. Now I know what you're thinking, it's still an open world game. Yes, but it is different. It is entirely multiplayer. So you actually have to have PSN and an internet connection to even play this game, which is a little bit disappointing because when I was playing Fallout 4, it was a time where I didn't have internet, so I wouldn't have been able to play this game at this time. And one of the new and most cool things about this game is the camp, the C-A-M-P. Now, it slips what the actual name for it is, what camp means. I'll put that up on screen right now. But this is your camp. Now, this is basically how you build your base and store all your stuff. This is how you build what you see here. This is my camp. This is my building. Very basic. I'm only level 8. I've only had about 6 or 7 hours in the game, so just bear with me. So basically, the camp allows you to build whatever you want within a certain area. If I go here and I'll go to build, let's see. The green circle here is the area that you can build in. Now you can actually move your camp wherever you want. So if I was to pick up my camp and go on my travels, I could place this down anywhere as long as there's no similar camp in the same area, and as long as my building will fit in between the area. So if there's trees all through the area, you're not going to be able to fit a building this size. You might be able to fit a 1 square. Now another new thing is your stash. Now I'm just going to walk up to where my stash box is kept. This is your stash box. This stash box is where you store basically all your extra stuff that you don't want to be carrying around with you, so you pretty much just put your inventory in there for the stuff you don't want to carry around you. Now you can access your stash and all the stuff in your stash anywhere on the map at any other stash box. This can be at the Red Rocket stations, at other players' stashes at their camps. You can access absolutely everything you have inside of there. Now, you got to remember this because not too long ago, I opened up a stash, not realizing really what it was, and took everything out, and then I went ahead and died, and lost everything, and I was like, hold on, where did everything go? But yeah, I took everything out of my stash box, and these can be found in lots of places, pretty much in every town. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown of your camp. You can, you have all your crafting stations. I have only got my armor station and a cooking station at the moment because you have to find plans to build everything. These can be found just searching through houses, doing missions and all of that sort of stuff, searching dead bodies of other responders. Yeah. So, what's my review of the game so far? Honestly, this game, it plays very, very slow. It plays very slow, guys. It's a lot of running around trying to find stuff to do, which is kind of sad. And in this game, there's no NPCs, non-player characters to interact with. Everything is done through holotapes, And then obviously to the right hand side there you got your missions overview, and you know, there's special events and that sort of stuff. So if we take a look at the mini map here, this is the world of Fallout. There is a lot to explore. The map is quite large. So as you can see here, this is my camp. You can always fast travel to your camp for free. And then areas around it, depending on the distance, cost caps. So if I was to go there, because I'm right next to it, it'll cost nothing. But if I was to say go to the vault, oh, it costs nothing for the vault, sorry. Flatwood Seat 24 caps. So it depends on the distance away from where you are as to how much it costs to fast travel. But the cool thing is say if I was to fast travel to, say I've got an objective over here, if I wanted to, I walked all the way over here, and then say I went out here somewhere, I could pick up my camp and place it right here, and then what would happen is, if I go to build, and go to, let's go across here to stored, my whole entire building, everything there will go to stored, and I can pretty much click on it and place it down again, and then obviously like my generator and that sort of stuff. Now another thing that you have to be careful of is when you're not in game, things can be damaged by animals and that sort of stuff, so you have to be careful. You go here and you can repair all of your stuff. So there I just fixed my generator. So apart from that, like the building of stuff is pretty much very similar to Fallout 4. You know, you got your connectors for your lights and that sort of stuff, and your generator. But I think because the playthrough aspect of this game is kind of poor and very slow, I'll probably do a lot of things like building awesome camps and you know, so this is like stage 1 of my camp, let's say, and we'll do a series of me upgrading my camp and getting new plans and building new stuff. So I'll just do a little tour of my camp right now. This is the front door we've got here. As you walk in the front door, we got some defensive. These are bone charms. These will damage anything that comes through the door, other players and that sort of stuff. We got my cooking area. Over here we got my armor station. And then if we go up the stairs, this will be worked into more of a storage and sleeping area. So we got my little sleeping bag because I've not got plans for a proper bed yet. Then we got my stash. And we got some shelves. I don't know why I put the shelves there. In the next video I'll probably show you, I'm building this entire sort of lookout peak here so that I can see enemies coming from wherever, and sort of like a sniper's nest, so I could select a weapon and I can go ahead and start killing things that are nearby. Now another thing is, if you're new to Fallout, you've got to remember that you have a very limited space in your inventory. Between your stash box and your pockets, you need to be careful what you're picking up. So that's why I recommend, if you are, say, going out on a run to get some stuff for your camp, you just go into build here, go into build, and go across to, say if you're building floors, you're building wall, let's do something, let's do crafting. So say I'm building this workbench here, which I need to do. You can see on the right hand side there, it shows all the materials that you need. So if you just press R3, which is your toggle, and you can toggle that, and whenever an item comes up when you're scavenging with a magnifying glass next to it, then you will know that you need to take that. And that's the easiest way to know what you should be picking up and what you should not. Now a key thing for building is wood. All you have to do is kind of walk up to logs and gather wood like that. Now when you start off building your camp, honestly all you need to start off with is maybe 1 or 2 of these floors, and build yourself a box. Build yourself a box, put a sleeping bag in it, put your stash in it, and that's all you need, and maybe a cooking station, because there are all the workbenches and that sort of stuff around the map at key interest points, so you're not going to be lacking in that. But this does having a nice setup camp like this does offer a lot of value. It gives somewhere to come back to, somewhere to store your goods. And I think a Mirelurk is coming towards my cabin right now. Yep, look at them. They're very close. Now, one thing you must remember is NPCs, like the Mirelurks and any animals, can open these doors. And they can attack the doors too. So they could take that door fully out and you'll have to rebuild it. So I think further in the game, I'm yet to discover yet, I think you can put locks on your doors that you can open but other players can't unless they have a certain amount of lock-picking skills. Now the last thing that we're going to look at in this game is the new perk system. So if I press triangle here, this is the perk system. These are all the perks I have selected. These are what are on. These make up my character right now. So, you know, your Gladiator does more damage, your Punching does more damage, you know, stuff like that. Honestly, the Intelligence and the Strength are what you want to go with. Strength because it can reduce the weight of certain items so that you're taking up less of your inventory, and Intelligence because this is your hacking and helps with building and that sort of stuff. See, this one here is Stimpaks restore 15% more lost health, which is pretty cool. And then you got stuff like this. Now, I recommend always running Lone Wanderer if you're not playing with a group, because you take 10% less damage and gain 10% AP regen. And AP is your little bar in the right hand corner there. That's your AP is your stamina. So whenever you're sprinting, it uses up stamina, as you can see there. Now, I think I'm going to wrap up the video there, guys. This has basically just been an overview. My initial opinion is I like the game, but it just runs a little bit slow, and it's going to be hard to make content on simply because of that reason. When you go to do an objective, you like kill 2 or 3 things, pick up some stuff, listen to a holotape, move on to the next bit. The only thing that stays consistent is your camp. So I think I might do a series on building the ultimate Fallout 76 camp and see how that goes. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I've been your Kiwi Bro, and I am out. Peace.